What's up guys, it's Tutor Amirul here. Today we'll be going through Kepler's laws. We're going to go through all three of them. Just a heads up, this chapter will reveal itself in mostly objective questions, so yeah, just letting you guys know. Let's get straight into it. The first law is called the law of orbits. Now back then, Mr. Kepler thought that all planets move in an elliptical orbit in one focus. What is a focus? Now let me explain it to you visually. Now imagine a sun and the planet orbiting it. Of course, you will notice that the orbit shape is elliptical, but the shape of the ellipse is determined by the ellipse's focus. Now the focus is exactly where the ellipse curves the most, so that's something to keep in mind. How about the law of areas? The law of areas, something has to do with a line that sweeps over a certain area in the same time interval. Now it's better if you visualize this, so I'm going to give you a diagram right here. Now imagine an object moving from this point to the other point, and in another scenario where it moves a bit faster closer to the sun, so the inertia is a lot higher. Let's say the time interval is 1 month for both, and the area for both will be equal as well. So that's how the whole law of areas work. That's what Kepler thought back in his day, which is quite brilliant. Now the last one is the law of periods. The law of periods is always the hardest one to memorize because there's just so many words and so many terms that you have to memorize. But law of periods is basically this: t squared directly proportional to r cubed. But of course you can't write that down because you're not going to get any marks if they ask you that. So the actual answer for it, you must write the square of orbital period is directly proportional to the cube of orbital radius, but you base it on t squared directly proportional to r cubed. So just to recap from Kepler's laws, so Kepler has three laws, which is the law of orbits, the law of areas, and lastly the law of periods. Now just memorize the three words: orbits, areas, and periods. That's all for today, and as usual, continue studying hard.